please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I hereby announce that this meeting is being held in accordance with Chapter 231 of the Open Public Meeting Act. Proper notice of meeting dates has been given to the Morris News Feed, the Morris County Daily Record, and posted on the bulletin board in the Borough Hall. This meeting is a judicial proceeding. Any questions or comments must be limited to issues that are relevant to what the board may legally consider in reaching a decision, and decorum appropriate for a judicial hearing must be maintained at all times. Notice to members of the planning board and borough staff: any use of electronic devices during this meeting shall be used solely for the purposes of borough business. Karen, can I have roll call, please?
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Napier?
Present.
Mr. Bezel?
Here.
Mrs. Deckert?
Present.
Mr. Nunziata?
Here.
Mr. Houston?
Present.
Mayor Clark?
Present.
Mrs. McCluskey? Here. And Mr. Bezel?
Approval of the minutes for the meeting of January 19th, 2026. The board members received a copy of the minutes. Does anyone have any additions or corrections after review?
I do. Let's see, what page we're on, 448. The paragraph that starts with Mrs. McCluskey. Okay, after that, after seconded by Ms. Stecker, there should be a paragraph in there that says, Mr. Cianciata confirmed that he has listened to the tapes of the previous meeting with regard to the Rivian application. Mr. Malpier confirmed that he did not listen to the tape. So that was before the roll call vote. And then on the following page, where the roll call is for application PB 2-25, it says roll call, yeas, Mrs. McCluskey. I had recused myself from that, and it should have me down as recused and not as a yay.
Anyone else?
Yep. Bottom of 442. There appears to be an opening. It's not an opening, it's a gate.
Excuse me, what page?
442. The very bottom, questions from board member, the first one, there appears to be an opening. It's not an opening, it's a gate. It's between Rub-a-Dub and Old Acme Lot.
What paragraph?
The very bottom paragraph.
Oh, the fence changed the gate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Can I have a motion to approve these minutes with the stated corrections?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right, I didn't get the second, who is, okay, thank you.
Roll call, Karen?
Okay. Mr. Wolf?
Yay.
Mr. Napier?
Yay.
Mr. Bezel?
Yes.
Mrs. Deckert?
Yes.
Mr. Cianciata?
Yes.
Mr. Houston?
Yes.
Mayor Clark?
Yes.
And Mrs. McCluskey?
Yes.
Okay. Comments from the public. This is specifically for matters that are not on tonight's agenda. Public comments should be limited to one comment and no more than 5 minutes per person. This request is only to provide opportunity for everyone. Any questions? Seeing none, I will close this portion of the meeting. Sorry,
It's okay.
we're gonna open it back up.
Craig Moran, 7 Hillview Avenue. As we all know, there have been happenings in the town over the recent years where residents have become increasingly more interested in the goings-on participation sometimes creates correspondence with people on various boards and councils and such. And we talk with one another, a lot of these people. And it's come to our attention that sometimes the responses are not exactly the most timeliest. Sometimes people seem to think that maybe they're being kind of shoved to the side and disregarded. And in a case like that, rather than just going silent and ghosting the person who sent the correspondence, a one-line email just saying, requesting more time if that is the case. You can't get back to them quite yet, or you don't have an answer yet. Just let them know. Because as I said, we all talk, and we're not gonna go away. The question isn't gonna go away. If anything, you're just gonna make people angrier about what it is that they're trying to do. And you'll get more emails and phone calls, and just open the lines of communication. Just let everyone know where you're at and that you're working on it, and you'll get back to them as soon as possible. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks, Craig.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, I'll close that portion of the agenda. Committee reports, minor site plan committee, I can say that we have no updates. Master plan review committee, no updates. Close that portion of the agenda. Correspondence and bills. Karen, are there any correspondence and bills?
Yes, and I'll turn the meeting over to Mr. Brewer.
Sure, this is just a brief summary on what happened in the McDonald's litigation. Oral argument was held, what we just call a trial, when you challenge what a board does. There was a trial on January 16th, on January 23rd. The court issued its opinion, a rather lengthy opinion, upholding the decision to grant the site plan approval with variances to McDonald's. That was done on the 23rd. If anybody is going to appeal it, so if the plaintiffs wish to appeal, that would need to be done within 45 days of that decision, which is, I think went out March 9th. I think that was the date, that's the 45 days. Apart from that, it was, straightforward that it was upheld. The judge said that the board is in their discretion, the decisions that were made were within the discretion of the board and had sufficient evidence. That's about it. That was my summary on correspondence.
Andrew, you have any bills?
No bills.
No bills. Okay. We're gonna jump into the approval of the resolution then. For PB-1-25 Rivian LLC, 329 Speedwell Ave, Block 23, Lot 1.01. The order of business tonight is to memorialize and adopt Resolution 26-05. The professionals from each board member have received a copy for review. I think we should have a vote if we're gonna read this resolution or not, is my
I
understanding.
move that we read the resolution.
How about the rest of the board members?
Second. I say we go from the, halfway through, and now therefore be it resolved with the planning board, in the interest of time and the applicants that are here tonight.
That'll be on you, right?
Page 11. Just before we go, on page 2, section 4, under waiver B, we have 2 candles instead of foot candles. We should probably fix that.
That's all I did. It's just a typo.
That's just a typo.
Right.
Where is that?
It's,
Section
Page
4 under
2.
waiver B,
Waiver, section 4.
so
Page 2.
4, says 0.32 feet, should be foot candles.
I have no objection to beginning at the now therefore.
Page 11 says.
Which board public is the first portion of every, of a resolution up into the wherefore is the facts that happened, the testimony, so it's basically a recitation of what happened. The action that's being taken by the board is what I'm going to do.
Use the mic.
Yeah.
Andy, do you mind using your phone?
I'm not at all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now therefore, be it resolved by the planning board of the Borough of Morris Plains in the county of Morris in the state of New Jersey on this 9th day of February 2026 as follows. 1. Preliminary and final site plan approval, variances and waivers as set forth above are hereby granted as depicted on the aforesaid plans as amended, subject to the conditions hereinafter set forth. 2. Compliance with all fire and police department comments and recommendations. 3. Applicant shall comply with and revise the plans to address A, the November 5th, 2025 and January 15th, 2026 reports of the board traffic consultant. B, the December 5th, 2025 report of the board planner. C, the November 24th, 2025 report of the borough, of the board engineer. 4, applicant shall petition the county of Morris to permit left turns out of the property onto East Hanover Avenue from the site's East Hanover Avenue access drive. 5, applicant shall revise the plans to provide for brick facade to the trash enclosure to the board engineer for review and approval prior to signing of the final plans. 6, all delivery of vehicles will be limited to business hours of 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday, and vehicles will not be delivered to the facility at times other than business hours. 7, all site lighting shall be physically dimmable with revisions made to the plans to indicate same. 8, the site lighting will be dimmed during non-business hours with the timing and amount of such dimming to be reviewed and approved in writing by the board engineer and planner, and the specifics of such dimming to be included on revised plans, subject to the review and written approval of the board engineer. 9, the trash refuse enclosure shall contain a timed lock that will be set to prevent any trash or refuse pickup delivery during non-business hours, with same to be subject to the review and written approval of the board engineer, and indicated on revised plans to be approved in writing by the board engineer. 10, the East Hanover Avenue entrance will not be used by car carriers to enter the property, with a note indicating such restriction to be added to the plans and subject to the review and written approval of the board engineer. 11, plans shall be amended to provide that the sidewalks along Speedwell Avenue and East Hanover Avenue shall be repaired, with same subject to the review and written approval of the board engineer. 12, construction of the improvements shall be in conformance with the building renderings and color schemes submitted by the applicant, to be confirmed by the board engineer prior to the issuance of a certificate of occupancy. 13, the applicant shall comply with all fire department requirements, with same confirmed in writing prior to the signing of the plans. 14, applicant shall contact and work with the owner of the neighboring laundry to provide for the repair of the chain link fence between the properties, with all correspondence to be simultaneously provided to the board engineer. 15, hours of operation shall be limited to 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. 16, the applicant shall execute a developer's agreement with the Borough of Morris Plains in a form satisfactory to the borough attorney prior to the execution of the site plan, which shall include but is not limited to A, a requirement that the applicant shall post all necessary performance guarantees, and B, a requirement that the applicant post all necessary maintenance guarantees. 17, the applicant shall be bound by and comply with all the representations made by the applicant and the applicant's witnesses and professionals before the board at all public hearings, and the same are incorporated herein and are representations upon which this board has relied in granting the approval set forth herein, and shall be enforceable against the applicant and any developer of a particular section or parcel, as if those representations were made conditions of this approval. 18, this approval is additionally expressly subject to the following conditions. A, prior to issuance of a certificate of occupancy, applicant shall demonstrate compliance with all performance standards to be reviewed and approved in writing by the board engineer, and shall comply at all times with the borough performance standard ordinance. Continued compliance with the performance standards shall be a requirement of continued occupancy or operation of any process or equipment. B, applicant to obtain all necessary state, county, and local approvals in conformance with the plan submitted and approved as part of this application. 19, prior to the execution of the site plan, applicant shall obtain the written approval of all plans as finally revised from the fire department. B, applicant shall obtain approval of the Morris County Soil Conservation District. C, all plan revisions as required elsewhere in this approval shall be submitted to the board engineer, board planner, and the board traffic consultant. 20, prior to obtaining a construction permit, the commencement of site construction, building permit, and/or land disturbance, the following conditions shall be satisfied. Applicant shall, 1, pay all engineering inspection fees. 2, schedule a pre-construction meeting with the board engineer and fire subcode official. 3, submit a construction cost estimate to the board engineer for determination of inspection fee amount and payment of inspection fee. And 4, install an orange construction snow fence in order to protect trees and shrubs to be retained. 5, obtain a signed site plan. 21, prior to the issuance of a certificate of occupancy, the following conditions shall be satisfied. Applicant shall, 1, obtain the fire department's written confirmation of installation of required fire safety improvements, site familiarization, and walkthrough. 2, obtain police department's written approval of traffic sign markings, site familiarization, and walkthrough. 3, obtain the borough engineer's written certification of satisfactory completion of site improvements. Non-safety items such as landscaping, trees, top course of pavement, etc. may be deferred due to seasonal weather conditions. 4, post 2-year maintenance guarantee for shade trees and landscaping. 5, submit as-built plans showing building setbacks and utility lines and profiles and height of buildings. 6, obtain the board secretary's written certification that adequate funds are in the board escrow account to cover all past, present, and future charges up to and including the issuance of certificates of occupancy. 7, all deed of easements shall be recorded in the Morris County Clerk's office and copies of same provided to the board secretary. 22, if any of the individual findings, conclusions, or conditions as stated in this resolution are subsequently declared invalid, then the remaining findings and conclusions shall be deemed sufficient to support the decision of the board and the remaining conditions. 23, the board secretary shall provide a copy of this resolution to the borough attorney and to the construction official within 20 days of the date hereof. 24, this resolution shall take effect as provided by law.
Can I have a motion to approve resolution 26-5? I guess with whatever correction there was, typo.
So moved. Second.
Okay.
Karen, roll call.
Mayor Carr and Bill Houston.
Correct.
All right, Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mr. Melchior,
Yay.
Mr. Bezel,
Yes.
Mrs. Decker,
Yes.
Mr. Cianciano,
Yes.
Mr. Houston.
Yes.
Mayor Carr,
Yes.
Mrs. McCluskey.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna move on to applications then. The first one will be PB-2-25 SS&S, block 41.02, lot 39.01.